Hello and good day. So, what would you do if you did not have to work? To clarify, what I mean is, what would you do if, financially speaking, you didn't have to do a job or go to a job and work to make an income to cover your needs? Well, you would probably not work a job that you don't want to work. You would probably quit your, or prepare to quit your current, if a job that you didn't like, unless you were planning to use that to better your future even further for whatever reason. For example, if the reason you no longer have to work is because you're financially free, meaning whatever passive income you have, you make more than you need without actually having to work any further than you already have. But you could want to be more generous and more outrageous with your lifestyle. Outrageous depending on the person, of course, but the level of income made from passively, there are different levels, some that can support you and then some that can support you in a higher lifestyle and various ability and margin to be generous. So, what would you do if you didn't have to work to be financially free, to be stable, to allow yourself to use your time as you please while still being able to cover your expenses? Would you start your own business? Would you focus more time on a self-project? Would you spend more time learning? Would you spend more time with your family? Would you spend more time, or would you spend more money? Some people would do that, which is usually not, unless they are financially stable and have plenty. In that case, it's fine. But usually, what I'm talking about are people who are afraid that if they didn't work with their time, they would go even further into debt, which are people who live paycheck to paycheck and don't, and usually are very inefficient with their money. So, what would you do? How would you behave? And what further goals would you go for and accomplish? What plans would you set in motion? What plans and goals would have already been accomplished? And what various level of lifestyle would you want to live and work towards living? The ability to live financially free is a secure and comforting position and allows one to be more generous, more true to their nature, more careful, more ability to do what they want with their time. For example, they wouldn't have to fear being fired from their work, or if their work is so unpleasant, so poisonous, that they can just leave, find something else, whatever it is they want to do. The other hand is people who are in debt and have to work to pay their bills. No matter what they think of the job, they must have a job to cover their expenses, or they will be in a very terrible situation and not be able to have anything and have trouble getting the base necessities. The problem with a lot of financial heads, and what I mean by that is a lot of the financial skill that people have is very underdeveloped, and people tend to fear that they are not worthy to know more about money. there is a misconception that you have to be a genius to do well with your money, or you have to be a financial expert, or that you have to be a doctor to do well with your health. There are common sense things and principles that work for everybody, and they are, as I said, common sense. Live on less than you make, and just general, simple, or what should be obvious, but sometimes isn't obvious until somebody says it to you. There are several things like that where after you know it, it's of course easy and obvious, but before you know it, it would have never crossed you. It doesn't cross your mind. But hopefully, by continuing to learn, they would eventually achieve further knowledge, further ability, and stability in their life. By being financially free, then they can do and work towards their personal goals over other people's goals. And by avoiding debt, they can focus on not only what they really want, but they can also focus on security, comfort, generosity, and stability. As I said before, security and stability, the ability to take and endure through hard times without any real significant problems, and to thrive in good times. So hopefully this gives you guys a little motivation to work towards financial freedom, to think ahead and dream of what it would be like if you didn't have to do something, if you didn't need to work, if you could live the lifestyle you wanted. The ability to do what it is you want with your time without having to section off part of it to do things you don't want to do. And if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them down below. And I'd like to hear your thoughts on and dreams towards achieving financial freedom. If you would like to hear more content like this, feel free to subscribe and have a good day.